How's it going, guys? Welcome back into another video, and today again we are in the road to Endgame. Now you guys, we've been grinding. We really have. I believe this is the last movie of phase 1. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that. But today we have ourselves, what is it, like the second real banger of the MCU, I think. Yeah, like the second banger of the MCU, in my opinion. This is my second top 5 movie in the MCU. We had Iron Man at number 5. Guys, you already know what we're talking about today. We're talking about The Avengers, one of the greatest movies in the MCU. So this is, guys, if you guys are new, this is how it works. I will give you guys the synopsis, give you guys the ratings from IMDb, Metacritic, Rotten Tomatoes, blah, blah, blah. I will give my review. Now, it won't be so deep because I have not watched... Actually, starting with The Avengers, I will have watched the rest of them rather recently, but it won't be as deep. And then I will tell you guys where it ranks on my MCU list, which you can find at letterboxd.com. Fanatic15. Go check me out on Letterboxd. Go follow me on Letterboxd. You guys will see all my reviews for all of my movie review Wednesdays before they come out. You guys can see my MCU ranking list. I've got a bunch of lists up there. But yeah, that's besides the point. We're going to hop right into it. I'm really excited to talk about this one, and let's just get into it. So, we're going to start off with the synopsis. When Thor's evil brother Loki, played by Tom Hiddleston, gains access to the unlimited power of the energy cube called the Tesseract, which I forgot to mention in my last review, was shown for the first time, I believe, in Captain America: The First Avenger. May have been in Thor, don't remember. Nick Fury, Samuel L. Jackson, director of S.H.I.E.L.D., initiates a superhero recruitment effort to defeat the unprecedented threat to Earth. Joining Fury's dream team are Iron Man, the man Robert Downey Jr., Captain America, Chris Evans, the Hulk, Mark Ruffalo, recast from Edward Norton, which I think was the right thing to do, Thor, Chris Hemsworth, Black Widow, Scarlett Johansson, and Hawkeye, Jeremy Renner. We've met all these characters before. Loki was in Thor. Robert Downey Jr. was in Iron Man and Iron Man 2. Chris Evans was in Captain America: The First Avenger. Mark Ruffalo was recast, but we have met Bruce Banner in The Incredible Hulk. Thor, of course, we met in Thor. Black Widow, we met in Iron Man 2. And Hawkeye, we met in Thor. And Samuel L. Jackson, we met in Iron Man 2. I think it was the first time he wasn't in a post-credit scene. I don't remember. But yeah, this movie, I'll give you guys the ratings. On IMDb, it is a 8.1 out of 10, and on Metacritic, it is a 69%. I don't know why that is. Let me check Avengers Rotten Tomatoes. What's the Rotten Tomatoes for Avengers? Wow. 92% on Rotten Tomatoes, 91% audience score. So yeah, directed by Joss Whedon. So we're gonna hop into it. This movie's incredible. This is one of the biggest cinematic experiences of that time. You have the combining of these 6 superheroes for the first time on the big screen, and it was incredible how they did it. You know, you brought in Loki at the very beginning. And they have to go around and recruit all of these different people. There's some growing pains. They fight with each other because they don't know who each other are. They don't know who to trust. And it all culminates to the final battle, the Battle of New York, which I still think is one of the best final acts, one of the best battles in the entire MCU. And for the first time, we get the circle around shot of the Avengers all assembled. So all of that is great. The script is fantastic. There's enough comedy, there's enough drama, there's enough tension, I think, in the entire movie. There's a lot of comedy, which I enjoyed because it helped, because the fate of the world is at stake. But they tried to keep it lighthearted at times, but they also had suspenseful and sad moments all throughout. So I think the script itself was really, really good. That's just me. I think the actors that play these roles are perfect, 100%. CGI is great. Loki is probably, besides Thanos, the best villain in the MCU. By far, 100% the best villain in the MCU, besides Thanos. I'm saying that right off the bat. He was fantastic. I love the arc of Hawkeye being brainwashed and actually working for Loki. That was a very interesting arc. I like the arcs of kind of Captain America thinking Tony's kind of full of himself, and then Tony being full of himself, but then Tony risking his life, literally willing to lay down his life to get the nuke into the hole. And he was like, "This is a one-way trip. I'm done." He literally like just gave it up. He ended up surviving, obviously, spoiler alert, but he went from being this kind of brass, kind of ignorant guy that we know from Iron Man 2 and Iron Man, and really for the first time like showing some real stakes and like giving his life. Obviously he did that in the first two movies, but he had help with War Machine in the second one, and in the first one he was only fighting Obadiah Stane. He kind of figured out how to, with his wits, kind of figured that out pretty quick. But in this one, he had to potentially sacrifice. And I found the Tony Stark arc in this movie probably the most interesting, because he starts as one person and ends as a completely 180 opposite person, which I found very fascinating. What else to talk about? I mean, you really get to meet all of the characters and get into a closer kind of depth. We learn a lot more about Hawkeye. We didn't even really meet Hawkeye in Thor. We just kind of saw him as a cameo for a few minutes, and we didn't even really know he was Hawkeye. You teased it with the bow and arrow, but that was pretty much it. You get a lot more of Scarlett Johansson. You see a lot more of the Hulk. I love Mark Ruffalo as the Hulk. I mean, I'm sorry, guys, if you like Edward Norton. I think Mark Ruffalo is great. I really do. I think he's awesome. And yeah, the movie's fantastic. It's one of my top 5 favorite in the MCU. I just absolutely love it. So yeah, guys, if you enjoyed the movie, let me know down below what you think. That's what I want in the comments today for this video. What did you think of the Avengers? Where does it rank in your MCU rankings? Of course, I have to give you guys my ranking. This one is up there. We've gone from a few down in the crap. We've already hit our 2018 and 17 movies. And then we hit our number 5 movie and our number 14 movie. This one is our number 4 movie in the MCU. I'm telling you, there's something about this movie. It's magical. You get these characters, and this is the beginning. This is the beginning of the extended big universe that Kevin Feige and Marvel Studios was really coming up with. And this was just the first big test, because they didn't even know that this was going to work. Iron Man was a hit. But then after that, you had Iron Man 2 and The Incredible Hulk, which were huge flops. Not at the box office, but people just didn't like them. Thor is okay. Captain America's okay. They really needed to rebound, and the Avengers did exactly that. It was the perfect movie, and then it just really propelled the MCU from there, because we have some really great movies coming up. Let me see where we are coming up next. I know we have Iron Man 3, and that one I have a lot to talk about, because originally that movie, Iron Man 3, was a lot lower on my list, but it has moved up quite substantially, because I really did a deep dive into it. I watched that one recently, and I really did a deep dive into it, and I actually really liked it. So I will be talking about that. Let me just look up release order real quick. I can't remember all the way. So that's the end of phase 1. We're into phase 2. So yeah, we have Iron Man 3 coming up. So next week, the 2 videos will be Iron Man 3 and Thor: The Dark World. And then the week after we got bangers. Captain America: The Winter Soldier and Guardians of the Galaxy. Whew. That's going to be awesome. So, yeah, guys, buckle up. We're only really starting to get into the deep of it. I'm really looking forward to it. Again, let me know down below in the comments what you think of The Avengers, one of my favorite personal movies in the MCU. And yeah, guys, thank you again for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you guys so much for all the subscribers and views recently. It's been incredible. Trying to get to 500 subscribers by the end of the year. I know we're only in February, but that's a bit of a climb, because we're up to, I believe, 221 right now. I'm trying to get to 500 by the end of the year. That is my goal for the year. So that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next video. Have a great rest of your day, and we will see you later.